All right, so we're back again. We're going to be going through the top 100 rappers of all time. We're starting at 40 and going through 20 on this one. And I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into this one. Go ahead and put the screen up right here. And starting out at 40 is one of my personal favorites, definitely underground rapper, Asop Rock. If you haven't listened to Asop Rock, I would definitely encourage you to go do so. Lyrically incredible, definitely underrated as far as kind of rappers go out there. Not mainstream kind of whatsoever, so a lot of people haven't heard of him. But if you're a hip hop head or anything like that, Asop Rock, I mean, everybody knows Asop Rock. If you're a hip hop head, definitely a good addition to this list. And I like seeing him so high up on this list. 39 is QTip. QTip, one of my favorites of all time. Like I was saying in the previous episode, Midnight Marauders is easily one of my top 5 albums, if not top 1 or 2 of all time for me. Lyrically, I don't know if I would put QTip above some of the people that were behind him, but I can definitely see why he would be on this list. And again, I think this list is probably going more off of body of work, not necessarily lyricism over anything else, but kind of the grand scheme of things. Definitely see why he's up here. Tretch from Naughty by Nature, another guy that I think goes under the radar. A lot of people don't give Tretch the props that he deserves. And not only with Naughty by Nature, but just him by himself, absolutely incredible. Lyrically, the guy's a monster. 36 is going to be Prodigy. This one, kind of surprised to see him so high up on the list. Again, love Prodigy, love Mobb Deep. I think it's well deserving. Probably would have moved him back behind a few other guys that were just before him. But again, you move these around in any different way, 4 or 5 back, 4 or 5 forward, and still an incredible list. And I can see why somebody would put them there. 35 is going to be Busta Rhymes. Now, Busta Rhymes for me, again, one of my all-time favorites. I'd probably move him a little higher up. Again, lyrically, I don't think he stands way over the people that were before him. But again, body of work, what he's brought to the game, everything like that. The guy is an absolute killer. I've been a huge fan of Busta Rhymes since Leaders of the New School. And then, of course, seeing him on like Tribe Called Quest when a lot of people really got to know him from Scenario. Definitely love seeing him up on this list and very high at that. 50 Cent is another one. I see a lot of people putting 50 up in the top 20. I don't know that I would put 50 in the top 20, but 50 is definitely deserving where this is, maybe even a little bit higher, just with everything he's done. I mean, the accolades that he gets, absolutely incredible. Get Rich or Die Trying, straight classic from the get-go, which not a lot of people have done. I mean, straight out of the gate, the guy had one of the biggest albums ever. His mixtape run is incredible. 33 is going to be Kanye. Definitely see why he's on this. Again, big Kanye fan, not so much as of late. Kanye's kind of gone off the deep end. I can see why he's on the list at 33. Mos Def, one of my favorites, Black Star. I mean, his work with Talib Kweli by himself, absolutely incredible. I love seeing Mos Def up on this list this high, especially. Big Pun is another one. Huge Big Pun fan. Again, I think he's probably, I don't know, 32 is probably good for Big Pun. I mean, I'd see a lot of people putting him in a top 20. I don't know that I would put him personally. Definitely personally not in a top 20, but even as an overall thinking in the grand scheme of things, I don't know that I would put him in a top 20. Again, lack of catalog, that's not his fault, but I can respect the 32. I can respect the position on this one. Very, very good. Jadakiss is another one that deserves to be high up on the list. Big Jadakiss fan. I can't stand that laugh he does. I think it's the stupidest thing in hip hop. But still, aside from that, big Jadakiss fan. Bun B is another one from UGK. And again, right where it says alongside Late Pimp C. I'm a huge Bun B fan. Love this guy. Kind of surprised to see him this high up on the list. Not that it's not deserving. I think it's very deserving. But to see him above some of the people that came before him, I'm a little surprised. Big Boy from Outkast. This is another one. I'm glad they've got him on this list. Now, obviously, Andre 3000 is going to be a little bit higher. He always comes in higher. But I'm glad they recognize Big Boy, because a lot of people just put Outkast in the group and not kind of single them out. Big Boy should get all the praise that Andre 3000 does. And I'm glad to see him up on this list, and especially high like this. DMX at 28, definitely very deserving, getting into the top 30. Me personally, I'd put DMX a little bit higher, But again, we still haven't seen the rest of the list, but definitely well-deserving. DMX is a monster. 27, Common. I'm a big Common fan. Again, I don't know if I'd personally put him this high, but I can understand the placement. I could see somebody fighting for this placement, and I wouldn't be mad at it. Pusha T, I love Pusha T. Huge Pusha T fan. Again, album after album, this guy is still putting out incredible stuff. Daytona, and even the one after that, I can't even think of the name of it right now. Almost Dry, there we go. Two incredible albums. I still listen to Daytona all the time. So definitely good placement for Pusha T on this one. Masta Ace. I was never a huge Masta Ace fan back in the day. I'd have to go back through and listen to the catalog again. It's been years since I've listened to him. So again, I'm not going to say much on this one just because I'd have to go through and listen to the catalog again. But like I said, I wasn't a huge fan back in the day, but I can understand the placement up on a list. Redman. Redman is one of those guys that, again, I wouldn't say like Ludacris. Redman gets a little bit more props than Ludacris does. Reggie is high up on my list. I've been a huge fan since like EPMD days when he was on there. Absolutely love seeing Redman in... I'd probably put him in a top 20. For me, he's definitely in my top 20, but seeing him just out of reach on that one, definitely well-deserving. Rayquan the Chef, love seeing this one. It probably means Ghostface is going to be in here higher than that, which I'm not disappointed with at all. Love Ray. Definitely good to see him on this list. I would probably switch those two. I'd probably go Reggie above Rayquan, but again, I'm not going to be mad at somebody who disagrees. Big Daddy Kane. Huge Big Daddy Kane fan. I'm surprised to see him this high on the list. But again, with what he's done since hip hop came out, I can absolutely see why somebody would put him this high. So definitely not mad at that one at all. Now this one for me personally, I'd put LL, he'd easily move into a top 20 for me. One of my favorite rappers from the very beginning. Huge LL fan. Going back to Radio, Bad, everything like that. LL was my guy from like day one. So love seeing him on this list this high. All right, so I went through that one a little bit quicker. So the top 20 is going to be next. I'm going to go ahead and split that one up into another episode, and we'll see you in the next one.